house, dropping it down like we always do about that time. You feel what I'm saying? We is in the house. I want you to come to the light. Come to the light, family. That's right. Come on to the light. We about to get down. We got some more fire today. Yes, indeed. We got some more fire today. We about to light it up today. Sure enough, we about to light it up today. We about to light it up. Come on in. Make sure y'all click some of these links and support the general. Patreon. To all the family that donated to the general, you know I thank you. Black Power. To those that would like to donate to the hardworking general, most definitely is right there for you to click the link. Get over there. General said he self-help development courses, teachable. Link is in the chat. Y'all already know what it is. You already know what it is. Yeah, gonna get on over to TikTok today too. I gotta put that work down. Come on in the house. We want all our FBA family to be over here today. We just got a serious question we want to ask everybody out there. We just gotta, we gotta ask these questions now. Drop me something in the chat, man. Let me know you're in the house. If whatever city you from, drop that city in the chat. I want to see where all my family is checking in from. Where you at, family? Throw your hometown in the chat, family. Let me know who rocking with the general tonight. Yes, indeed. Let me know who rocking with the general. Houston, stay in the house. Houston, stay in the house. Yeah, the D. You know my hometown. Know my hometown ride with the general. Yeah. B-Mo in the house. B-Mo in the house. You already know. We got Maywood. That's right. Jolette. Okay. North Carolina in the house. That's right. Boston. Oh, we got Boston in the house. Yeah. We got Boston in the house. Yeah, drop me down in there. West Texas is in the house. Don't be scared. Y'all niggas got warrants out there. Niggas scared. I ain't putting nothing in there. The motherfuckers gonna locate me. I ain't putting nothing in there. Them motherfuckers got a tracker on my ass. Yeah, I know. Yeah. God damn. Where we at? Yeah, motherfuckers starting putting all type of, they say the 51st state. You know, good goddamn well, don't nobody know what's the 51st state? Where you in, Hawaii? You must be in Hawaii. I think Hawaii, I don't know, where ain't no 51st state. I mean, the 50th, where you at, motherfucker? You in, I don't know what state you in. Yeah, you put some slick shit in there. He say the 51st state. Ain't no goddamn 51st state. You say Canada, my bad. Yeah, you might as well be. Yeah, y'all might as well be. Y'all might as well be. Y'all down. Y'all down with the team. Yeah. Canada, they, especially right there across the water and what's that? Damn, that's crazy as hell. Hold on. Yeah, Windsor. Yeah, right across from Detroit. And then motherfuckers full of Detroit niggas. They, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, Windsor is a goddamn suburb. They consider Windsor part of the metropolitan Detroit area. No, we ain't over here on no weed. We ain't, you know, into all the family. We get, what you out there? You know, don't come over here trying to set nobody up. Don't come over here talking about nothing. Don't be trying to set nobody up. Come over here talking. Yeah, watch that. 313 in the house. That's right. We talking about today. Let me jump right on in it. Yeah, they trying to set up, come over here talking about narcotics. You know you can't be no outsider coming over here talking about no goddamn narcotics with the family. We ain't that goddamn cool. Yeah, got a Neanderthal. You see what I'm saying? Goddamn it, anybody got some flea spray? Oh shit, we got fleas in the house, family. Yeah, trying to think they slick and come over here and talking about. Yeah, you already know. You already know. Come over here with, you know they need some tick shampoo and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's talk about this, man. Cause I got to get on you niggas. Cause y'all being very, y'all want to be disrespectful to the family out there. And I just had to say this shit. And this is with all due motherfucking respect. You know what I'm saying? Because I think truth is greater, and exposing truth is greater than any type of, name calling or any goddamn thing. Because, I feel, and I do, and it's reasons why, it's apparent reasons why I feel this way. I believe every group in the so-called conscious community is a tether of the Black Power Pan-African community. It's a fact. It's a fucking fact. You see, because y'all niggas come after the smoke. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all come after all the smoke. Y'all was never the forerunners. Y'all never built this community up. It was the Black Power Pan-African community right here. You ain't got to go on nowhere else in the world, because it was the Pan-African community right here in the United States that woke up motherfuckers all over the world. You see what I'm saying? And we know them niggas over there got white Jesus on the wall. We already state that. Khalid Muhammad already stated that. Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clark already stated that. So y'all niggas are not saying anything. That niggas that are, our great teacher, Dr. John Henry Clark said, we're going to have to liberate Africa from some Africans. He already had acknowledged that. He said, God damn it, we're going to have to liberate Africa from some Africans. Yes, he acknowledged that. You see what I'm saying? So you're not saying nothing that nobody don't already know. You see, but they don't own Pan-Africanism. You see, that's a concept that is only, promoted by those who are really about that life. You see what I'm saying? They're just like every motherfucker over here. Most of these niggas over here ain't on no consciousness. You see what I'm saying? They ain't a part of no goddamn group. But when we start talking about, I witnessed it. Nigga, I witnessed it with my own eyes and shit. And I asked all these groups, I say, well, where the fuck is y'all elders? Where's y'all elder teachers at? You know what I'm saying? When a concept is vibrant, you see what I'm saying? When a concept is vibrant, it's been handed down, legacy. You feel what I'm saying? They talk about the legacy and the genealogy and shit, but when it comes to the teachers, you only got one motherfucking generation, and it's you. You ain't got nothing previous to this generation of teachers. You got one or two motherfuckers, and they all, they not on no level of no great teachers coming out of the Black Power community. You see, they're not on that level. So you got a bunch of jaw jackers, and that's what they are. especially when they step to teachers that didn't pave the way. Nah, they didn't pave the way, and we gonna stand on that. We don't give a fuck what nobody say. If we can't stand on our motherfucking teachers, then what you gonna stand on, nigga? You see what I'm saying? I know this. Yeah, I know this for a fact. Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clark was the ground runners, and then came Khalid Abdul Muhammad was the ground runners. That's something totally different than niggas on before YouTube, before the internet, before any of that. The brothers that was going from city to city, state to state. Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clark would give a lecture in some of the smallest rooms. They didn't give it to the largest room. They didn't give a goddamn. So they was going across this nation, waking this nation up. Malcolm X was a ground runner. You got a lot of motherfuckers that could get up on that microphone and talk on and do a lecture for YouTube or something like that. But they couldn't get out there on the ground and build, temples like Malcolm X. Malcolm X was a ground runner. You see what I'm saying? He could build up. So that is really who built the communities up. You see what I'm saying? Before the internet, wasn't no internet. It was already popping. It was already vibrant from that ground running that Dr. Ben. Where your ground runners at? You nigga, if it wasn't for YouTube, you niggas is in the YouTube era. You see, talk to me about the ground runners in your ideology before the YouTube. And see, that will require you to be dynamic. You see what I'm saying? It's going to require you to be dynamic. Okay, so show me, and I don't give a fuck what branch of the conscious community you come from. Show me the lineage of the teachers, your dynamic teachers that then handed that baton down from generation to generation. You see what I'm saying? And, if you could do that, I would appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? If you could do that. Other than that, motherfucker, poof, out of nowhere. Here you go. And then here's the family that brought literature. See, the one thing I can respect about the Black Power community, that regardless of the ideology, they brought research and literature to our mind on an escalated level. They took us into literature that we would have never, ever, and many of these groups is still using that literature, but they use it in the fucking way that they want to. It was our elders that brought all that literature that you got out here today. The profound thousands of references, thousands on thousands of fucking references. And so it's motherfucking white people that then took Dr. Ben, John G. Jackson, Dr. John Henry Clark, Chancellor Williams. You see one of J.A. Rogers. You see Ivan Van Sertima. Many great, and take their references and then remix the ideology and act like they brought something. You ain't brought a motherfucker. So the one thing I can say about our community is that they woke up to research vibe, where we started studying every fucking thing. Y'all, you motherfuckers is on our coattails. You see what I'm saying? You're on our motherfucking coattails. We got to say that. We have to be real about that. You see what I'm saying? They was the ones that brought us where we could, really accept spirituality. Because, see, the thing is, I know for a fact, before Dr. Ben, Dr. Ben, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Dr. Ben is the GOAT. Real fucking talk. Because it wouldn't be nothing about no ancient Egypt in the Western Hemisphere. And Dr. Ben woke them motherfuckers up in Africa. Them motherfuckers wasn't over there talking about Egypt belonged to black people and this, that. Them niggas had given the fucking ancient Egypt over to the Arab. They was comfortable with giving ancient Egypt over to the Arab. So Dr. Ben woke up black people all over the world to ancient Egypt. If it wasn't for Dr. Ben, it wouldn't even be, I don't give a goddamn about no other scholars because they was in book form. You see what I'm saying? Dr. Ben was the ground runner. Dr. John Henry Clark was the ground runners that built the community up so that you could have a community that was interested in that type of literature. Sheikh Diop was on the shelf. George G.M. James, matter of fact, most of the books that niggas is reading Dr. Ben, Dr. John G. Jackson, Dr. John Henry Clark introduced all that literature to the reading public. Niggas would not know about them books if it wasn't for them three, J.A. Rogers, Dr. Ben, and especially Dr. Ben. When it comes to that, all that literature dealing with damn ancient, the Greeks. Listen, let me tell y'all something about Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben introduced the papyruses. He introduced the gods and goddesses. He introduced the temples. He introduced the pilgrimages. He introduced all of that on an escalated level. Wasn't nobody talking about no Ma'ats, no Amun-Ra's, no Osiris's, and no Isis's. Nobody. You see what I'm saying? Dr. Ben introduced the pilgrimages, and you could see that the majority of those that began to take after Dr. Ben was his students. You see what I'm saying? So, that's clear about that. You see? So that's the difference between that's just like Malcolm X. Malcolm X built most of the temples for the Nation of Islam. Them other motherfuckers didn't have that type of ingenuity. It's one thing to be a motherfucker that get on the mic and make a video, but it's a different thing when ain't no YouTube and ain't none of that, and you out there going from city to city, you understand, building the temples, building up the community so that you can have a vibrant community that would even be interested in that kind of literature. You see what I'm saying? And so that's very significant. And like I said, before Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clark and primarily them two. And then later would come Khalid Abdul Muhammad, which is really technically a student, because Khalid was talking about books that Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam wasn't even talking about. Khalid Muhammad was talking, he was bringing up books that Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clark and John G. Jackson and Chancellor William, George G.M. Jackson, he was bringing up books that the rest of them niggas in the Nation of Islam wouldn't even bring up. You see what I'm saying? He got that literally, Shaka Musa Barashango, Ashraf Quest. You can see all the students that came after that is dynamic as hell. You see what I'm saying? And then I come after, the Ashraf Quasis. And so we could show lineage. We could show generations of scholarship handed down. Y'all show me some goddamn elders. Show me any dynamic elders from any conscious community, whatever consciousness you show me in this primary, starting from the 80s. Most of these niggas, they dynamics teacher come from early 1900, whether it's the more scientific. After Noble Drew Ali, they ain't got nothing else. That's it. That's all you know. Noble Drew Ali. You see what I'm saying? Noble Drew Ali, that's it. You see the other groups, they ain't got no elders. They motherfucking, they consciousness start with YouTube. Some niggas that come on YouTube and they want to spit on the brothers and sisters that brought out people into conscious, doing research. Even that, Dr. Ben didn't just teach a motherfucker follow. He say research. He taught us how to read. Dr. John Henry Clark taught us how to research. He say, Dr. Ben say, motherfucker, don't believe shit I say. That's what Dr. Ben, he wasn't looking for. He said, you ain't got to believe shit I say. Go see it for your goddamn self. That's what Dr. Ben said. Get up off of your ass and go and prove me wrong. Dr. John Henry Clark say, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, motherfucker. I got damn near whatever subject you talking about. He said, goddamn it, I got thousands of books on each subject. He said, goddamn it, he told Farrakhan about Islam. He said, goddamn it, I got 1,000 books on Islam on 2 shelves. I got 1,000 books and I read them all. Prove me wrong. You see what I'm saying? So they don't just teach you to be no follower. They teach you how to research for yourself. You see what I'm saying? And to prove it to yourself. All the rest of these motherfuckers is really some cult motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? They some cult motherfuckers. And so I just had to bring that out. That, that most of these groups out here, if that's just like when I was doing my lectures. Everybody want to get on my lecture. You know, the Moors want to do a motherfucking lecture. The Nation of Islam want to come on my lecture. The Hebrew Israelite want to come on my lecture. The new Wahabians want to come on. I don't need you motherfuckers. You know why they wanted to come on my lectures? Because they did not have no dynamic motherfuckers out there that really could fill the seats. And so they had the coat ride tethers, had the coat ride my shit. You see what I'm saying? So they could get a big enough crowd in there to listen to any fucking thing, and they still was snoozing. They still was falling asleep on them weak ass niggas. So that's what I mean about tethering. You see, I didn't never ask nobody to go to no Moore Science Temple meeting. I didn't never ask to go to no Nation of Islam meeting. I never asked it to go to no goddamn Hebrew Israelite meeting. I never asked to go to no goddamn indigenous American meetings and shit and all of that. But they always want to be on my shit. That's what I call a tether. When you ain't got enough fire to build your own shit up, to build your own community up, to where you don't need nobody else. So that's what they did. They tethered on the Black Power community. And now that the elders, and they still can't fuck with them, because most, peoples is going to get back to the truth. All that literature that they introduced, what the fuck these niggas didn't introduce? Nothing. They ain't introduced. And a lot of the shit they rehashing from our teachers. You see what I'm saying? So I come here to defend my teachers today and know that they the most dynamic. That was the most, because it caused whatever group that's here today. If it wasn't for that layer of teaching and scholarship, none of these other groups would even have the type of consciousness to even go in the direction that they done went in. Period. So let's just say what it is. Now, for argument's sake, I happen to look out there. A brother had went to Tariq Nasheed's his Hidden History Museum. You see? And let me say first and foremost, I like the museum. Most of the individuals that I've seen in the museum are heroes and sheroes to me. But a lot of them are Pan-Africanists. And my question is, how can you disrespect Pan-Africanism and at the same time venerate great teachers? I'm going to play a little video. Venerate great teachers, which you're supposed to do, because you understand how this shit go. It's a pyramid. You see what I'm saying? These are the blocks that lay at the foundational blocks of the pyramid. You see what I'm saying? And so it's becoming disingenuous to disrespect Pan-Africanism to the extent that you corrupting the belief. You're corrupting the belief because it's making you, making people believe that you got to go. You don't have to go to Africa to practice Pan-Africanism. You see what I'm saying? They had Malcolm X somebody asked Malcolm X the question, where should I start? And he say, start right there in the community where you live. You don't have to go to no Africa to practice Pan-Africanism. That's a bunch of bullshit, because Black Power is Pan-Africanism. What Marcus Garvey put out in his time was very relevant in his time, but they did not use it to its fullest extent at that time. Of course, anything must be updated. And Malcolm X updated Marcus Garvey's blueprint, okay? Because a lot of people talk about Malcolm X being FBA. Malcolm X's father was a Garveyite. That's why he was teaching nationalism far above anything Elijah Muhammad was talking about. You see what I'm saying? He was teaching far above what Elijah Muhammad was talking about, UFOs and shit. Yes, he was talking about build your nation and shit, but Malcolm X was overseas building with political leaders, shit that we supposed to be doing. This shit that niggas is getting ain't done what Malcolm X did back then. building with African leaders and just black leaders all over the world. You see what I'm saying? And he wasn't talking about leaving America to go nowhere. He's saying wherever you at, you nigga, we got the same goddamn enemy. You see, the same motherfucking dog that bit you bit me. One might speak Italian, one motherfucker might speak German, one might speak Belgian, one might speak Spanish, but wherever you find a black man and woman, the same dog that bit you bit me. So what we have to do is practice wherever we at on a global level. And so that's what's fucking people head up, because they acting like that you got to leave America to practice Pan-African. That's a fucking lie. You practice it wherever you at on the planet, and we build on a global level to where we could support each other, where in whatever nation we in, we can unite. Why would we move from wherever we at to go anywhere when we command a presence in damn near every nation on the planet? Why would we do some silly shit like that? So y'all talking irrelevant shit. You see, because the leaders already didn't explain that you ain't got to leave where you at to practice Pan-Africanism. That's what the word pan means. It means all. So that means wherever you at, we come together. And those that don't want, we already understand that we not under no motherfucking illusion that every black man and woman, every African is in on Pan-Africanism. Motherfuckers was getting knocked off. Fucking Patrice Lumumba, who you think knocked him off? His own goddamn people. So ain't nobody under an illusion that it's niggas that's gonna fight against Pan-Africanism, black power. Some people say Pan-Africanism. Some people say black power. However you know, whatever bag you like, it still boils down. Take care of your own motherfucking community wherever you're at on the planet. That's ground zero. Ain't no motherfucker gonna up and leave and think he gonna go to another country. If you don't know how to build community where you're at, you ain't gonna know how to build community where you're going. So what difference do it? That's like musical chairs and shit. You gonna change chairs, but you ain't change your motherfucking condition. So just go, that's little shit. So anybody with a trivial mind can understand that just going to Africa ain't gonna mean a goddamn thing. You see what I'm saying? Anybody with a trivial mind would understand that. But what I'm trying to see is how is it that's, you know, I want to know where's the FBA's, teachers that's in this museum outside of maybe Claude Anderson. You see what I'm saying? Claude or whoever, you see. Matter of fact, let me get that video up. Let me get that video up. And like I say, it ain't no disrespect. Because, you know, you supposed to honor. You know? But I find it disingenuous that something in you honor this Pan-African. You understand they got something that you venerate, but you keep spitting Pan-Africanism out your mouth as if, you know, it's a deteriorating philosophy, but you got our leaders up in your, no. You trying to either you didn't misspoke, maybe you didn't think about this shit clear enough. You understand what I'm saying? And before you make these, you know, and I know it's a lot of little niggas out here on YouTube, and I've been, nearly fuller. You understand what I'm saying? But that ain't my teacher. Yeah, but Dr. Frances Cress Welsing called her shit the ISIS papers. You see what I'm saying? She called her book the ISIS papers. Okay, so right there, that's African. You see what I'm saying? That's African. Okay, that's African. You know, I understand Nearly Fuller, but Nearly Fuller, he sound like a communist or some goddamn body. You see what I'm saying? I ain't saying he ain't got no ideas and shit, cause you know, but you know, you almost like a goddamn communist or something. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't And when I heard Claude Anderson, say something, there ain't nobody, listen, he say some good things here and there. You see what I'm saying? But if he talking against the greater number of teachers that came, Malcolm X was a nationalist, a black nationalist, black nationalist. He taught at Pan-Africanism. So when you talk about the greater, Khalid Abdul Muhammad was a Pan-Africanist. That's what he was. Okay, what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me I'm gonna give up all these great minds for some shit you talking about? Man, nigga, you could beat it, man. You ain't that great. You not on that level, and you must understand that. You see, you got I don't know what kind of agenda, and I'm talking in general now, and if a motherfucker take it personal, that's on them. Because you saying one thing, we calling you out. Why you got a leaders in there? You see what I'm saying? Take them down. If that ain't the philosophy that you cherish, then you should take them down. I don't put up Muhammad, and I don't put up other groups. I don't put up Noble Drew Ali. I don't shoot them down, and then you look up on the walls and shit, and I used to go to places. Wait a minute, motherfucker didn't put something like that. Ain't me, man. Y'all got to turn the cameras and show my teachers. I don't want to be behind nothing, and it got some motherfuckers that ain't, a part of the ideology that I believe in. You feel what I'm saying? And so, wait a minute, let me get this up here. I had it up there. And like I say, I like the museum. That's how it's supposed to be. You supposed to venerate all the teachers. Wait a minute, this ain't it. But then on the same note, you want to shoot shots. Here you go right here. Here you go right here. You say, what are we talking? We talking about why FBA shit on Pan-Africanists, but yet when you go to the Hidden History Museum out there in Los Angeles, Tariq Nasheed's museum out there in you got Pan-Africanists in the museum, venerating Pan-Africanism in the museum, and shitting on Pan-Africanism on the internet. But when you go out there to the museum, you got Pan-Africanists in the museum. That's a contradiction. That's a motherfucking contradiction. It is. I knocked down a Noble Drew Ali. You're not gonna see no Noble Drew. I knocked down Elijah. You understand? I don't believe. I agree with certain things, but it's a lot of shit I don't agree with at all, and I state that. You see what I'm saying? And whatever he taught, I could get from Marcus Garvey. I don't need to get it from Elijah Muhammad. You see what I'm saying? And that's, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, Ralph. I don't know what you're talking. That ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. You saying some irrelevant shit. What the fuck do that got to do with what we talking about? I don't care if your name Bay. That don't mean nothing just because your name Yosef El Bay. That ain't what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Because El is a Phoenician deity. You see what I'm saying? Dr. Yosef ben Yakanan. So, brother, that don't mean nothing to me. That don't mean that's what your consciousness is. You could be Yosef El Bay and be one of the more profound black nationalists out there. Yosef ben Yakanan. So, I know what that means. I know El is the chief Phoenician deity. That's African. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't got no problem with that. My uncle, Rashid Mohammed Bey. You see what I'm saying? Dearly beloved in my heart. So that don't mean nothing, good brother. You always got respect on here. That's real talk. Yeah. It say FBA is not an ideology. Yes, it is an ideology. It is an ideology. Don't say it's all lineage. It is ideology. Because you teaching on why this ideology is not correct. And so in order to teach on, you got to have an ideology of your own. So don't say it's not an ideology. That's bullshit. You cannot teach nobody without ideals. Now you talking crazy. You see what I'm saying? Even though you say, oh, this about a lineage, you still got an ideology in order to explain that. Because in order to explain away the other ideologies to make yourself relevant, you have to have an ideology. I don't even understand how you can have consciousness without ideals. Man, come on, man. Who you talking to? How the fuck you gonna have consciousness without ideals? Man, y'all sound stupid. Y'all niggas sound stupid. Straight up. How the fuck is you gonna have, how you gonna speak to people without ideals? Sound foolish. Let me get up here, man. Let me put this shit up here, man. All right, here we go. Wait a minute, hold on. Now, like I say, this is not a slight. I love the museum. I hope the people out there continue to support it. You see what I'm saying? Anybody that go in there and look at the teachers, will most definitely be, woken up to a certain level of consciousness that if they hadn't went in the museum, they probably would never know any of them teachers. You see, if they, and that's real talk. So this is not to slight the museum. The question becomes, how can you have Pan-Africanists in this museum, yet and still you got FBA out there shitting on Pan-Africanism? Hypocritical. I don't give a fuck how you're a hypocrite. Go deal with that shit. You see what I'm saying? Go deal with it. Take them down. Take them down. Take them goddamn down. That's what if we're not going to, share respect for the toils of the teachers that put their life on the line out there to wake up their people. If you ain't going to show the respect, take them down. You see what I'm saying? Because that's some hypocritical shit. And all the little niggas out there, you understand what I'm saying? I've been trying to, get a motherfucker really to say something to me. But y'all niggas know y'all not on my level. You see what I'm saying? I'm itching for one of you little niggas to say something, so I can tighten your motherfucking ass up. You can go off and type and do all that shit. I'm not worried about that shit. And little niggas can't come up off of that damn typing and shit and hit that stage and teach nobody, nigga. You see what I'm saying? You niggas are some one-dimensional niggas that, typing on the motherfucking comments. And that's not disrespecting my family that's in the comments. These niggas that think they can just, that just typing a couple of sentences can refute books and encyclopedias of black people that did toil all their life, giving every dollar and dime that they ever had to go do research, to have a nigga that just come up on the internet and put up a couple of videos to shoot some shit, at some great and profound teachers that are most relevant in waking our people up today. And so I had to get on you niggas. Matter of fact, here we go. Let's look at this video. Let me see. I don't know if that probably ain't gonna do it, but I do it the best I can. See right there, you got Dr. John Henry Clark, a Pan-Africanist. Right there, got a statue of him right there, Pan-Africanist. Had Smalls in there. I turn that down. I don't need to hear what they say. Okay. You got Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Named her book The ISIS Papers. Named her book The ISIS Papers after an African goddess. That's African consciousness. Now I like this. I'm with this. I support this. You see? So I don't want nobody to get it twisted. I support this. I'm all about this. I support this 100%. I don't have no problem with it. But obviously, somebody do. You know, Muhammad Ali was a nationalist. He had his biggest fight, the Thriller in Manila. You feel me? No, I ain't in my feelings, fake nigga. I'm calling your ass out. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get right on this nigga. No, I'm calling you out. What you is? What you is? What's your name? Big Wook? What the fuck is you talking about? You know, nigga, I'm calling you out, nigga. You're hypocritical. You're hypocritical, nigga. Don't bring your weak ass in here with that bullshit. No, you in your feelings, nigga, because I'm calling you out on your hypocritical shit, and you ain't got nothing else but to say I'm in my feelings. No, sir. You in your feelings, nigga. You got to come stronger than that. That was weak, nigga. No, I ain't talking in no circles. What circles am I talking in? What circles am I talking in? Okay, then when you bring up Pan-Africanism, why when you bring it up, all you bring up is some lowly African nigga that don't even know what it means? Why you don't say, well, this is what Dr. John Henry Clark said it mean, and make a comparison? Why do you shit on Pan-Africanism without showing clearly the top Africanists that really can clarify what it really means versus some lowly nigga that you keep bringing up every time you do a goddamn video? Why there's no comparative study between these teachers? Fake nigga. You a fake nigga. You don't know what you talking about. You can't fuck with me, nigga. You a comment nigga. Okay? You a comment nigga. That's my good brother right there, FBA Dave Mo. You already know. I ain't got no beef against, it ain't about all FBA because I know all FBA don't believe like that. So I'm clear on that too. I'm clear on that. I'm clear on all FBA don't think like that. And so it's just them weak niggas. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm very clear on, this is not against all FBA because I'm just like brother came up there and I support that brother because he still, and I'm like I said, I don't have no problem because I'm cool with both. I understand what FBA is talking about, but I also understand what my elders is talking about. So you understand, once we make it clear that really what they doing here on the continent, which every other group is doing on nation, is absolutely the same thing. That is, you don't have to leave to practice Pan-Africanism, and you cannot let the lowly motherfuckers kidnap the ideology. You don't let the low, you motherfuckers don't let the niggas over here that don't even identify with no ideology. All they do is kill and shit. And so that's like us saying, well, look at FBAs over here. Look at what they doing. Like we go and get the lowliest of the niggas here and connect them to FBA and say, look at how weak these niggas is. Look how weak these niggas FBA. These is foundational black Americans. They and unconscious than the motherfucker. But we don't go and get the lowliest of the group and make them responsible for the ideology. They don't have no ideology. So instead of y'all getting the top scholarship of Pan-Africanism and breaking down the ideology to show and prove that they not just building with anybody. Okay, like I say, Dr. John Henry Clark told motherfucker, man, we're going to have to clean Africa up, period. He said we might have to go over there and conquer that motherfucker. Literally what he said. You see what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers, Walter Williams, talk about how they worship white Jesus. So it ain't like the Pan-Africanism scholars is unaware of anything y'all talking about, but y'all don't bring that shit out. Y'all try to deter people from, agreeing with the ideology by saying, oh, these ain't no goddamn Pan-Africanists. These are some lowly African niggas, just like I can go get lowly niggas from over here and say, oh, this is FBA. So that's all y'all doing. Yeah, that's all y'all doing. That's all y'all doing. Yeah, they all, you know what? Niggas need belts all over the planet. Yeah. Over here, you got the greatest motherfucking niggas on the planet. Shit, these niggas need a belt. Shit. Nigga, what the fuck is the problem over here? Niggas didn't had the greatest teachers, got the most money. Them niggas over there lowly. Them niggas still walking around with no shoes on their feet. Them niggas over there got white Jesus and they never had no nigga. Y'all done had the greatest teachers on the goddamn earth and y'all still confused. So who need the belt the most? Who need the belt the most? Who need the belt the most? You see what I'm saying? Who needs the fucking belt? Got the greatest leaders, got the most money, got the most opportunity of any niggas on the planet. And so, no, nigga. We got to look at you. We got to see it's hard for niggas to look in the mirror. Yeah, niggas don't want to look in the mirror. Yeah, Dr. Ben was in the museum. Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Ben was in the museum too. Right there, you got ancient Egypt. You got ancient Egypt. You see what I'm saying? That's African. That ain't over here. That's African. I didn't see Marcus Garvey. I forget where Dr. Ben was at. We might have missed Dr. Ben. Hold on. There, Dr. Ben right there. There, Dr. Ben right there. There, Dr. Ben right there. Yeah, there, Dr. Ben right there. That's contradiction, man. Give a fuck what nobody say. Make that shit make sense now. But like I say, I'm not against none of that. I'm not against it. I'm against the rhetoric that motherfuckers is teaching out here. You're not going to kidnap our leaders. You're not going to do that. You're going to show veneration and tell us why you venerate them teachers to be up on that wall. Because for me, I feel like if you're going to be disrespectful, you should just have all FBA up there. You see what I'm saying? Have all FBA up there then. And make it real. Make it real. But the reality is many of them African Pan-Africanists is up there because you would not have no conscious community whatsoever if it wasn't for them teachers. Period. Period. We'll have it soon, brother. We'll have it soon. So, this is to, don't come on here, thinking you could bring your weak ass over here and type. And it really is just to, like I say, to build a bridge. Cause I fucks with a whole lot of FBA. They come over here all the time. They don't feel why do they feel comfortable over here? You see what I'm saying? Because I say I agree with damn near everything you teach except these 2 and 3 things right here. You see what I'm saying? Which could be worked on. You see, I agree with it. You see, but I don't agree with this part. So it should be more. It should be enough of us what we can agree on where we should be, in alliance. What the fuck? We should be in alliance. What is all it is, this dissension and shit. You can explain these motherfuckers as tethers and shit without trying to destroy what them teachers laid down. That's bullshit. And I don't believe no other way. You see? I don't believe no other way. I don't believe no other way. But anyway, family, hey, support the general hook, and support the general. This is not to no dissension from the general, other than calling you out. Got to call you out on that. And you understand what I'm saying? That's real talk. These my teachers, okay? My teachers. You niggas wasn't even on the scene. None of you. Straight up. And I'll just say it just like that. Nigga, I was with Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clark, nigga, when it wasn't even no internet. The fuck is you? It wasn't no YouTube, nigga. I was already walking with Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clark. You feel what I'm saying? These is my teachers. So I'm just going to say it just like that. That's right. When I say my teachers, I'm speaking specifically. You see what I'm saying? These is our teachers, but these is my teachers. You see what I'm saying? I'm cracking heads. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. Y'all read, it's a big difference. Nigga, I'm raising the sword. That's you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm raising the sword. I'm a brother of the craft. It's a big difference between me and you. You see what I'm saying? I'm a brother of the craft. I took an oath to raise the sword. You see what I'm saying? Believe that. But anyway, still love. Still love. But anyway, family, I'll be right back. This is the general. Y'all support the general hook. Hit some links. No, I didn't reach out and ask him. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't reach out and ask him. I by way reached out. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't require much to answer that question. It don't require much to answer that question. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, again, it's not a question. It's not about dissension. You see what I'm saying? Because I respect our family standing on trying to uplift our people. You feel what I'm saying? So anybody trying to uplift our people, I'm more with you than I'm gonna ever be against you. You see, and it really ain't about being against nobody. It's about making people stand on what they say they believe in. You see what I'm saying? And if you believe that these elders is worth venerating, then you got to come a better way than just spitting on Pan-Africanism when you know that the ones that you ridiculing are not the torch bearers of that ideology. The people that you crushing and are not the torch bearers of that ideology, and you know that to be a fact. All right. Yeah, Dr. Ben was left in the home. It's sad to say. Sad to say. So was goddamn Joe Lewis. So was Joe Lewis left in the home. So what is you saying? It's a whole lot of goddamn FBA that was left out there. So what is you saying? If it wasn't for Muhammad Ali, Joe Lewis would have died in the goddamn nursing home. How many of our greats died? You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, there you go again, and make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yeah, yeah, make it make sense. It wasn't just Dr. Ben. You see, it's a whole lot of greats that been left in. Yeah, man, I was the first one that went to see Dr. Ben. I the one told people where Dr. Ben was at. I was over there with Dr. Ben when he was in Harlem Hospital before he even went over to the, what they call the convalescent homes and shit. That was over there in the Bronx. I went over there, but I was with Dr. Ben when he was in Harlem Hospital when they took him out of his house. You see what I'm saying? And I saw Dr. Ben. Matter of fact, I was over there the year he passed. I was there that January, and Dr. Ben passed in March. He passed in March. He passed in March. I was there that January. You know what I'm saying? And he passed. And I was happy that I had got him. But I had been visiting Dr. Man, y'all know I met Dr. Ben back in 1988. That's when I met Dr. Ben. I met Dr. Ben in 1988. I met Dr. John Henry Clark back in 89. And I was with him every year. I was with Dr. John Henry Clark almost 10 years before he passed. Because he passed in 98, I believe. And I went to his funeral. I went to his homecoming. You see? And yeah, I was with Dr. John Henry every year. You know what I'm saying? I was there, because my uncle was a brother of the craft, and he had been raised under Dr. Ben. That's where he get his name Pianki from. And he got raised. He went to Egypt 9 times with Dr. Ben. He went to Sudan 2 times with Dr. Ben, and I think he went to Ethiopia 2 times with Dr. Ben. You see, they did the whole Nile. They went from Ethiopia into Sudan into Egypt. They was over there for about a month. They did the whole Nile. You see what I'm saying? Dr. Ben only did that 2 years. He only did that 2 years, and my uncle was there, but he had been, and that's where he got raised up. So that's how I got mine. You see what I'm saying? That's how I got mine. And so, but anyway, that's a story for another time. I'll tell you them stories, Yeah, but anyway, I'll come right back for y'all, family. I appreciate y'all being here. We got it going on today. Support the general. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Boom. Black power.